I mean, it's a lot more tricky to get right than a conventional fMRI scan, just because you have to have different bits of equipment talking to each other more than you would usually. Usually you would have, you would scan, your data would go on the scanner database, and then you may download them at some point later, which could be hours, which could be months sometimes. You download your data and process them whenever you want. Now we want the analysis to be done in real time. So we need an extra server, so we usually don't do anything in the scanner itself, because we don't want to start I guess in a way we don't want to start messing with the scanner itself, the scanner processing, not just in case things get off sync on the scanner, so we're not touching the scanner, we're just grabbing the data from the scanner database, basically reading them, monitoring the database in real time, and grabbing the images as they arrive, sending them to a separate server when we do the processing. So we have the TR, so we have 1 second, 2 seconds at most to be doing all the processing, and then we see it sending the signal back. Then again, it depends on the research, the clinical project. It could be that you're sending some region of interest, so tracking brain activity in real time in a couple of regions of interest. Okay. Or it could be that you're tracking connectivity between regions, so it could be a whole network. I mean, again, it depends on the project, but then you're sending this information back to the computer that presents the stimuli to modify the stimuli in real time. So it's a closed loop system, and you usually have about a second, 2 seconds at most to be doing everything until the next data arrive. So it's certainly doable, and of course, manufacturers of MRI scanners these days all have real-time fMRI capabilities. Which certainly wasn't the case before when I was doing my PhD, but now you've got this capability, so at least the scanner itself can do the analysis in real time. It's usually quite limited in terms of how much access you've got to the data and to customize the paradigm on the scanner itself. But I guess maybe in the next generation of scanners we may have neurofeedback capabilities inbuilt in scanners if there's a lot of clinical interest.
Okay.